Hello, good evening, and welcome everybody to N-Simplex Pachinko. This is Obi-Wan Pez. Um, Almost did it again. Uh, we are playing Heaven's Vault tonight. Um, I am keeping Pretzel on at the moment so that we don't trip any DMCA warnings and get muted here, but who knows, it might still happen. So, we'll see how it goes. We are currently sailing through the cyclones and just about to go show the crown to Oroi. And we're going to continue on this game, and then I'm going to turn off Pretzel just after. Alright, there we go. So we're going to go to Elbereth, which is Aaliyah's main home here. According to legend, the last emperor disappeared after Iox fell. He didn't die there with everyone else. Are you suggesting he went to the Hermitage moon? Why not? It would explain a few things. Not the least, that crown. By the moons. Just about every time we get into one of these currents that happens to go fast. She's so surprised, I don't understand why. Remba didn't hop her down, he landed his boat. No, tried to anyway. Or else he wasn't able to return. I suspect Master Remba attempted to detonate himself off the surface of the moon. Why? It sounds wholly inefficient. Either of these routes leads to our destination from here, mistress. So, hope everybody's having a good day. I've been having a pretty decent week. Apologies for missing Wednesday. The Twitch blackout night was something that caught me by surprise. And of course, it happened to be on a Wednesday, so... Have you been to Elbereth before? I do not believe so, mistress. It is not mentioned often on Iox. No. Iox isn't proud of its little sister. The river to the right should bring us to Elbereth, mistress. Set us down, 6.
We landed in the dust, outside the great walls of Elbereth. No one looked up to watch us arrive. The people here only ever look down.
So this is Elbereth. This was your home. Lived here for another nearly 20 years. There are places in the cat guess where I know every stone. I dream these alleyways. The harvest, such as it is. Dried grass, waiting to be taken inside. What is it for? I assume people do not eat it. Animals do. But not people. No. This all must have been very fine once, but it seems to be decaying. Don't you think that's a bit dramatic? I do not know, mistress. All I know is what I see. Good faith to you. Farwet. How are the crops? All fire and no smoke, as they say. Thank you. Walk with the goddess. Or die in Iox, I don't care. Doesn't matter how often I come back here. Once you've left, no one allows you to return. What exactly is a catkiss, mistress? It's the name of the inner citadel. But I'm not sure what it means. There's something under here. Beautifully crafted flute of brass. Looks like something from the early Empire. I've seen the markings on this thing before. On the side of my ship. On it is something inscribed, mistress. Alright. If all of this is master, we've got those little lambda sorts of things. Yeah, right. I don't think we really have anything here, so... It's on a flute. So probably either wind or breathe or songbird. Wind or breathe, more likely, maybe. Alright, so we got a verb at the beginning here, the double comma. The 6 gives it, like, what I think is value, apparently. And then we have this ending bit, which is the same as in the middle of this word. So these have to be very related to each other. If it's like songbird sings. And what else do I know? Strike. Launches, maybe. That's gonna help. Many. This is forever. This is time. So all time forever. So just have this be all. Let's go with songbird sings. And I want to say this is something like person light. It's like joy or gratefulness makes sense with it. Let's do joy. Gives joy to all. Give it a shot. That's the ancient for nightingale. It's written on the ship's wings. Still, I don't think we've seen anything equivalent to this flute before. So it must have originated on a site that's entirely new to us. Who is Ori, mistress? An old friend. Good faith to you. Good faith. How goes things? Well enough, thank you. Be well. Do wish I could pick up the pace just a little bit, but it's alright. I may have actually left on my shared processing stuff, so this may end up being a little bit slower. Just 1 second here, let me check. Nope, okay, it's off. Cool. Stone feet. The slums below are named after these feet. They're the oldest things here. The original statue must have been huge. She's a beautiful ship. I'm lucky I found her. Follow me, 6.
The smell of the slums made me feel like a child again. It hadn't been a happy time. A simple one, at least.
Do not touch anything, mistress. These structures might topple at the slightest knock. It's all more solid than it looks. God's feet has been standing for some time. There is too much information here. It is most unpleasant. I'll stop complaining. Timor's Bar. This is the bar run by my friend Timor. I used to work here as a child.
The heart of the God's Feet slum was Timor's Bar.
Why now? Alia Elisara.
Timor had
Elasra.
never once set foot inside the upper citadel, or so he liked to claim.
By the turning of the waters. You're back. You seem surprised. I'm always surprised you come back to Elbreth. But happy.
He was the king of the dung heap.
And are you well? Oh, well enough. Now then. The rules are the rules. Your friend there stays outside. I will wait as instructed, mistress. Huh. It didn't argue that time. It usually argues. Well, it's not the same robot as last time. You lost another one? They must adore you on Iox to keep giving you those things. The robots are their eyes. And you keep plucking them out? You'll always be a rat, won't you? You'll never believe where I've been, Timor. Into the cyclones. Why would you do the thing like that? If you have a death wish, you could come in here and drink yourself into a grave like a true friend. I was looking for someone. I didn't find them. Well, what did you find out there? Did you meet the gods? Did they tell you what they're playing at? I found a moon. Someone had hidden there. Maybe one of the last emperors. Do you know where I can find Ori? Up in the Caicus. She moved up in the world. Well, she must be doing well for herself. Both of you are. It's a miracle to behold. Do you ever see her? She never comes down here anymore. You two were inseparable once. I caught you stealing my Rocky cask when you were too small to carry it, let alone drink any. Raka. Or I picked the lock with a hairpin. The things that girl could do if she put her mind to it. Your friend by the door there should be afraid of her. Your very good health. She'll let me pay for this. You'll pay me back one day. I feel sure of that.
They say Rocker is made from river water, that it burns your throat with the cold of space. But it isn't true. Timor knocks it up out back in an old metal bin.
How about some good news then? I have something for you. Copper shard of a blade. I would estimate it dates from the Holy Empire. And there's an etched message. Alright, some sort of negation. This is fractured. Fear. And that squiggly thing must be and. That's a long one. But I fear it's correct. Alright, so these So I think that has something to do with worker or work or something like that. This is like a... In another case, it's like an animal. And then person. That makes robot. So then this would be like work light. But not quite the same as that light. I mean, power makes the most sense. It's a knife blade. That'll do for now. This comes from the same source as the book. The one I found on the Hermitage moon. This should make its location easier to find. What do I owe you? Nothing. Just don't stop stopping by. Now, drink up.
He liked me.
You want another Rocco? No, please. Another time, then. Be seeing you, Timur. Don't be a stranger. Come on, Six. We have a few new artifacts to consider. Should we leave now, mistress? No. Why? I want to pay a visit to Ori. Very good, mistress. Why do people live like this? On top of each other. The slums are kept as small as possible to allow as much as possible to grow. This way. This is the gate to the upper citadel. Mistress, there is only solid rock behind this door. Ah, I comprehend. It is a hopper. It's one of the oldest things in Elbreth. Still works amazingly. I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without a line of sight to the eye, I cannot take us inside. You sound like you don't trust me. Hopper takes one's corporeal form to pieces, mistress. Trust is critical. You can stay here if you like. Just stand back when I ask it to let me through. The idea is appealing, but not to my ethical core, mistress. I will stay with you. Shocker. Set Boyoke Rafar. The gate is asking where you want to go. You can understand it? No, mistress. I was asking you a question. Set Boyoke Rafar. The word is catkiss. Ramenya Mehini Hua. Nothing's happening. Most impressive, mistress. Said Boyoke Rafar. I said catkiss. You stupid contraption. Ramenya Mehini Hua. It isn't working. I don't understand it. Read the inscription. because of course I'm going to do that. I used to trace them out when I was a girl. This one's a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. So we got sacred, us, you. Something's wrong. Mistress, that translation is clearly incorrect. There must be another phrasing. Goddess, us, you. I've done something wrong. Goddess, you. A. I believe you're correct with you, mistress. Okay, given that this was we, and this is a verb, it has to do with, well, we in here anyway. This is pray, and this is, or this part is goddess, and this is pray, or verb to do something with the goddess. And this is verb, we, something. I haven't seen that one yet. I think it makes sense to say blesses. Goddess blesses you. Satboyokurifar. Elbereth. I didn't think that would do any good. Mercy. Nothing. Catkiss. It's failed again. Perhaps you are not really from Elbereth after all. Alright, so let's question this. Did I say the gate word wrong? I do not think so, mistress. The gate has simply rejected you. Perhaps you are too Ioshan now. Why? What did I do? I have no idea, mistress. Maybe the gate didn't like something I've got with me. I've got this dagger. Maybe the gate doesn't like weapons. Offer the copper shard of a blade to the gate. Do you want this? Shard from the copper sword's gone. Is that good? Do you think I'm going to get it back? Probably not. Catkiss. That's supposed to work. Here. In. Well, I hope that worked. So, hey. If Rember really was hiring workers from here, he'd have hired them from the market inside the Citadel. We could see if we find anyone who knows what he was doing. If we could only get through the gate. Alright, try it again. Catkiss. Yenehuake. It's different. Oh, it's working again. So yeah, weapons or something. We're now somewhat up, higher up than we were, mistress. Well, of course we are. We're inside the citadel. This is the main courtyard. There are alleys leading off in all directions. It's easy to get lost up here. Have you lost robots up here before, mistress? Gate's been locked up as long as I can remember. I think the key must have been lost somewhere. Ori and I used to climb over it. I lost 3 up here as it happens. But 3 had lost itself long before that. That's the thing no one tells you about robots. They don't work properly. They're fragile. I'm not fragile, mistress. I require nothing. I've never been here before. You're gonna love it. I do not think I like it. Ori's yard is this way.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen. Dependable. Cheap. Mistress. What is this lady selling? It's a work market. Workers? Are you surprised? This is Elbereth. It's about as far from Iox as you can go. I cannot be here, mistress. What's the problem? My ethical core is programmed against suffering. It does not differentiate by economic status. Mine is just the same, 6. But there's nothing we can do. I'm compelled to expend a considerable number of cycles verifying that before I can simply accept it, mistress. Sorry, 6. Wish I could fix it for you. I really do. You lost Farwet? I want to ask you about a man named Renba. And you bought a Mayameke with you? A robot here? You don't like robots? What good are the metal things to anyone? Perhaps you're hoping to start a riot? I'd rather my servant wasn't a person. Typical selfishness. Your kind won't be happy until the only Mayameke can eat. Yeah, well, won't be the robots that stick a knife in your belly. This place turns my stomach too. I might have ended up like this if it hadn't been for Mayari. I've never understood Professor Mayari. You know, she brought me to Iox from here. I was in an orphanage, and now she keeps giving me robots when I keep losing them. I really don't know what she gets out of it. Perhaps she likes to be kind, mistress. Yes. Wanted to ask you about a man named Remba. I don't talk about my customers. Oh, of course not. That wouldn't be right. Are you mocking me, Farwet? How do you think they built your Katya? Well, you didn't build it. I keep my stock well, and I keep my stock keep me well enough for your Ioshan friend, anyway. Oh, so Remba was a customer. If he was, I wouldn't talk about him. Well, you're not going to help me. If you're looking for a worker, I will. But you better bring him back fit to work, unlike your friend Renba. I want to talk to the man Renba brought back. You want to hire one of my stock? Just want to talk to him? Then you can pay a fair rate. If that's to dig your plot or whisper to you through the night, that's your affair. Just don't break his leg. I won't break anything. That's a promise. I don't accept promises. Iotians don't respect a property. I'm not an Ioshan. Of course you are. You've a Mayomeke trailing at your heels. How much to ask him some questions? Listen, Zalahua. Your Ioshan friend shattered my man's arm bone into 100 little bits. The bits are swimming around inside his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like as leather, you're the last chance he's got to earn himself a meal. So pay your dues. Name a price. Let's see what you brought. I prefer jewelry and weapons. Don't have any weapons now. Eagling brooch. Maybe this? Mistress, are you at liberty to... No, be quiet, Six. Mistress, I have a responsibility to the professor. Problem? Okay, maybe I'll trade something else. The price is too high. A pity. Come back when you're feeling more generous. It was trade today. Bristling. Or his yard is this way. I will follow, mistress.
Oroy was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together. But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
This whole area is Oroi's, I think. She's useful, and people like to give her space. I wonder how business is going. The alms tray looks pretty empty. There was an answering clatter from behind the door. What do we do now? Now we wait for Oroi to finish whatever she's doing in there. And come and see who we are. Alright, what do you want? Oh, it's you. It's good to see you. It is it? You here to dump another broken robot on me? I don't have anything to sell you. No. No, you don't. What do you want, Aaliyah? Check out this crown. I was having a good day.
We'd been friends. Once.
I found something incredible out there, Oroi. Oh, did you? A purpose for your life, maybe? Can you keep a secret? Alright, fine. Now I'm intrigued. We sailed into the cyclones and found a moon. Dusty, rocky place, totally deserted. And... wait. You sailed into the cyclones. Aaliyah? Are you mad? It wasn't that dangerous. No, of course it wasn't. Only an enormous space storm 10 times bigger than Elbereth. Did you even know if there was a river out? Out? I did know. And Ioshan had been there and come back. Oh, so whatever Iox can do, Elbereth can do too. Aaliyah, sometimes I just think... you really need to get yourself a real life. Mistress, you cannot be intending to give the Emperor's crown to this woman. I'm not going to give it to her. No, I expect you'll try to sell it, whatever it is. Look at what I found. Just look at it. Oroi held the crown gingerly like it was some kind of injured animal. Vile awakened waters. But are you? The right bulk for a basic power source. There are contacts under the rim. What is this? I was hoping you could tell me. You want me to take it apart? Alright then. I'll take a look. I cannot believe you entrusted such a find to such a person. In such a place. Such an action is almost statistically impossible, but you did it anyway. She'll figure it out. Whatever it is. That crown is a treasure of the Empire. All Mistress Oroi will do is likely lose it. With no offense intended to Mistress Oroi, that is. I'm sure. I'll let you know what I find. Have you heard any rumors about unknown sites? I'm an engineer, not whatever it is you are. The Cactus Gate. How do you get all your tools and things through it? I had to give it my weapons. Yeah, it does that. The best way for you to get around it? No idea. I have a Rebesque foil in my arm, so it doesn't bother me. A what now? Never mind. Don't trouble your pretty head about it. Oh, man. No, no. No, no. How's your family? My son is fine. My daughter... That's another story. What's happened to your daughter? My daughter thinks she is in love. Well, that does happen. She's a child, Aaliyah. How old is she now? You know perfectly well how old she is, and she's not old enough. Do you have a foil in your arm? Well, it's not deep. And it's only a small one. Nothing much, just enough for the gate to recognize you. Did you ever fix that robot I sold you? No. Whatever it lost out there, it was really gone. I ended up borrowing a few internals from my collection. Oh, disgusting. Stop talking. Take care of yourself, alright? See you again. Give me a few days to dig in. I promise I won't scratch it. Do you think Mistress Ore can be trusted? I'm sure of it. Ora's honest. She can't even lie. Suggest we return to Iox and inform Professor Mayari about what you have done with the crown. Shall we leave now, mistress? Not yet. Good faith to you. Yes. Is there something wrong with the gate? No. It is as temperamental as ever. Tread softly. We can get to Toppies this way.
To strangers, the cat kiss is like a maze. But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways. I could have found my way to Tappy's in the dark.
What's a Rebesque foil? You have never seen the internals of a robot, then? I have, but it wasn't labeled. Oh my. Rebesque foil is a small scrap of metal inscribed with enormous detail, like one of your fingerprints. I've never seen a Rebesque foil. Nonetheless, you are conversing with one at this moment. Tuppy's place isn't big, but inside it's a treasure trove. Hold it. Oh. But it's you. Welcome back to Albereth, Moonflower. Give it back, Tuppy. Whatever it is you took. Oh, I confess I only really saw the robot. But friends, as you know, are friends. So, have your no doubt precious brooch back. Mistress. Do not trust this man. Hey, Coolie Yellow, how's it going? It's a bit late for a warning, 6. "12 years too late." So this is Heaven's Gate. Yeah, Heaven's Vault. There we go. And yeah, this is our. Well, this is still my first stream that I've done with this. I've played it before, but
Tappy's place was a little museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
so good to see you back on Alberth, Aaliyah. The rivers above grow dull when you're not with us.
And at the centre of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
You have much in stock at the moment? Oh, comes and goes. So, Toppy, I want to show you an artifact. Oh, yes? Yeah, so I've already played it all the way through. Flute. Your standards are not so high anymore. Still, I might be able to do something with that. I have something of a similar period, I think. Yes, this is it. Finely made devotional icon fashioned from bone. Looks like there's an inscription on it. This is the end of a longer line of text. I'm sure my translation for every is right now. And death must be right too. Oh, good. Alright, so verb. I believe that to be correct because I, like, as soon as I possibly could, ran out to try to get to one of the sites that was on the moon or the asteroid with like limited air supply or something like that. And I was looking for the book, the phrase book, the single phrase book that has like 100 pages that you could just keep flipping through for like hours on end. And so I pretty much went like straight for it and couldn't find it. I don't know what happened or what, if it maybe just because I'd already had it during the first run, it was just like, yeah, you're not getting that again. Alright, so if I think this is hard, then probably this one here is going to be strong. If this is every, And because it's right, I can't look at related words. That's terrible. Alright, so if this is verb, we pray-ish. Make. That's also true. Alright, treasures. Thing. Light. Something similar to light. Make. No. Follow. Alright. Every death makes us. It's a negation. So is it weaker? Of something. Huh. Devotional icon. So probably strong. Look at it again later. This comes from the same site as the flute I found earlier, I think. So, you've inspected the goods. The devotional icon for your beautifully crafted brass flute. Sure, why not? Yes, that is true. So you do get to keep your second on the playthrough, show another artifact. Hold on to it. Oh, come on. Fine. Yeah, so this is my first run through in a streaming account. I actually figured out that you could, your shop is full of stuff, Toby. So I actually found out a way to make profiles for myself, my daughter, my stream, and the run through that I had done for YouTube, for my YouTube channel. So now I have 4 of them. Happy with that robot of yours. Right. Can you get rid of an ethical core? These things run off their cores. But I'm told you can swap them out fairly easily. Who told you that? Mutual friend. Anyway, bear it in mind, Aaliyah. Yeah, so I definitely got to keep my word bank from the first run through. It was... I know not up there. I wasn't trying to go up there. Just trying to go outside. See you later, Toppy. Don't be a stranger to us now. You're in one piece. You still have all your teeth. We have one new artifact to trace. Also, we have learned of one new location of note, a pre-Empire site. Shall we leave now, mistress? I think we're probably good now. So we left the surface of Elberth with new leads for a new site. Yeah, so I basically what I did was I took the so I dug around for it a while, but inside of the app data folder, there is an inkle folder, and you can edit the name, provided that the game is closed. You can edit the name of the folder, and you can change it. You can change the folder name, and so I just change them to what they are at the front, and then delete them delete the lead bits every time that I delete the lead words every time that I play. Can you sail 6? Do you know how? I believe so, mistress. It seems a straightforward matter. The river carries us forward. It is only a question of using the sails to adjust. So, easy? Indeed. Start sailing. Aaliyah. Oh dear. What have I done? You didn't come, Aaliyah. I said we wouldn't wait for you, and you didn't come. Myra, is that you? Well, this isn't Remba's ghost. Where were you? How was the celebration? It was quite beautiful. We'll enjoy hearing about it when he comes around. He will enjoy hearing about it when he comes around. Let you know if I see him. The loop provides, Aaliyah, as well you know. When will I next see you? I will expect an apology I can convey. Yeah, I definitely like his just... Alright, we got Unexplored Ruin, Unexplored Ruin, Site of Remba's Cache. Yeah, right, we already went there. We went to the Hermitage Moon. Yes, he will. Pre-Empire site out of bounds, right? Need to find that eventually. Site from the mural. Let's do that one since that's pretty much on the way. All roads lead there, so might as well. The very cartoony nature of the entire game is very interesting. First time I played it, I was just like, I don't know that I've actually seen anything that's quite like it. 6, what do you know about the Loop Temple? I know little of the Loop Mistress. The Loop Priests claim that life has a great cycle. They believe that all that happens has happened before. And will happen again. Indeed, mistress. Past is future and future past. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, mistress. There is no meaningful data. Okay, fine. Loop Temple is extremely well placed, mistress. They have a lot of money and significant power. They are the heart of the Protectorate. Our data suggests the site from the mural is somewhere nearby. Does not bore the player by giving idle conversations such as this. Well, part of the problem is the whole trying to be a streamer and being extremely distracted. Mistress, there's another airless ruin some distance away ahead. Woohoo! Oh, the idle conversations between. I mean, that counts too. The ruin here appears to date from the Iosian period. Empire, mistress.
The robot
Should only take a
wasted no
moment.
time.
This is the start of a fragment of text. Yeah, that's much. It's terrible. Of course, that's not going to be right. Nope. Alright, got lives / lives. Time. Many. Ugh. We'll go with ancient. Source of ancient Latin. Book. Book of Ancient Lives. Some sort of almanac or something like that. Must be near. Oh. I gotta get back there. That sucks. You have to take multiple trips through here in order to get all the pieces, or in order to get all of the who's it's. Upflow. Want to get to that place. No. Worth a shot. So what are the other Inkle games? Because I don't think I know them. Literally at all. Or are there any that are as good as this one? Alright, so we probably want to go left and out and then come back. Circle in on this thing. So if we go left here, it's going to get us out and around. Yeah, thanks. So, yeah, want to make it to the left here, and then to there. Why is Ghost Wake called that? They say the Ghost Wake is haunted. You know how, according to the Great Loop, the souls of the dead stay in the rivers until they're reborn. Right, to the right. Well, the story goes that most of them are asleep. Dreaming of childhood or lovers or big meals, I don't know. Alright, we want to make a right here. Next possible left. Sometimes they have nightmares and then might wake up. Those stay awake forever, trapped in the rivers, formless. Said they gather in Ghost Wake. Said you can hear their helpless cries. Oh, good ghost stories. Yeah, a little late for that. Rune from the Empire. fractured piece from something even longer. Golden anklet. Jewel. Love. Something with light. Convinced for my translation for jewel is correct. I'm certain of light as well. Well, think perhaps eternal. Maybe star. No, because eternal would probably have some sort of endless. Alright, let's go with Jewel of Eternal Light and see how that goes. Alright. Yeah, I know where we need to go. Gonna hang the first right we can make. Alright, sight from the mural. Someone had drawn a map to this place, but why?
Of all the sites I travelled to with the robot, most of them seemed lost, abandoned. But this one felt like it had been hidden.
How much further? Not far, mistress. The path turns here. Cool. Lanterns are all still burning, 6. How old is this place? I would estimate this site to be more than 1,500 years old, mistress. It is quite a find. Whatever it proves to be. Trees. Lots of them. Growing from fissures in the rock, mistress. The roots will eventually split the slope below us. This whole site will subside. Oh, there's something etched on that one. Yes. Gotta love it when they put stuff to translate everywhere. This is fractured. Well, if this is dead, then this makes sense that this would be the dead. Maybe it's a mausoleum. There's a strong inference to make from a single tree, mistress. I mean, I'll say yes too, but... Plus the wind. This could have been built yesterday. By the water six. Surely there's no one living here. No, mistress. At least, not that I can detect. We can slip around this way, I think. I most certainly cannot. Now wait for me. Cool. Cool. Mistress. There's always a way in.
The wind died.
I knew I couldn't lose you that easily. Indeed not. There is a hopper eye above the far passageway. I was able to create a line of sight to it and enter via refraction. This is evidently a large site, mistress.
The smell of flowers flooded the misty air.
Wonder who she is. She seems sad. I do not see any inscriptions to tell us. She is weeping and beckoning. Suppose anyone who came here would have known who she was. This whole place is incredible. It's perfect. This must have been a stray seed once, nothing more. Now look at it. It'll bring the whole place down in the end. Same fate will eventually overtake this place, mistress. Perhaps we should finish our explorations before that happens. What is this place? Oh, it's just some kind of botanical garden. Yeah, thanks. A door. Locked. Well, there might be a key here somewhere. That is a ridiculous idea, mistress. Why would anyone lock a door if they intended to leave the key lying around nearby? This one's definitely stuck. A tree has demolished the corridor beyond. The tree is a creature like any other mistress. Slow, but ultimately self-interested. Perhaps they were absent-minded. Mistress, really. Do not wish to have to report this kind of nonsense to Professor Mayari. No. Not gonna try to break it down now? Okay. I leaned over a flower and inhaled deeply. Musk and rose. Perfume garden. Did this gate ever open? There are no hinges. No. Nope. Not gonna do it until Aura is done. I'm not gonna mention it until Aura is done. Not gonna go see her until Aura is done. Because I did that in my playthrough. Ruined that particular save. I'm being picky. Anybody who's watching this in the future, it's not that bad, but still. Yeah. Well, do you know what happens when you do mention the crown? Yeah, I remember that one. She doesn't know the method yet. Mostly worn away. Almost all worn away. I can't get anything from it. Oh well. What do you make of it, Six? There really was a lot of writing here once, mistress. A whole chronicle, perhaps. Oh. Fine, just automatically take me. But I believe some characters can still be seen. Here we go. Oh, that's a nice one. This one's a broken piece from an even longer phrase. Nothing. What? No, 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 no. Hang on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Empires. Cool. And it's not all. It's got like that we symbol, but it's not the first person. No, this is not good. Because I don't know some of the other ones, I can't get them. Alright, whatever. Oh, really? Gotta be a way to, like, toss this out or something? Get new words? Or is that really just all that I have actually proven? Oh, come on. Boo. There's more words I need here. What's this? This was thing forever, probably eternity. Holds you defended, but safe. This comes from the same place as the dagger. The one we discovered in the Hermitage moon. Having another artifact should be useful in tracking down where these things originated. Which one's that? Renba's dig site. Whole bunch. We can get through here. That's enough. Looks like a jungle in there. With good reason. There's a tree sticking out of the roof. What will they think of next? It's amazing this place is still standing. Ooh. Maybe I can squeeze through here. Mistress, you walk straight past a door? Oh. It's not the point. But I got us in all her fingers. So many thorns. I'm not going back that way if I can help it. I was hoping there was another thing on the ground, but alright, cool. Nope, just...
The air inside the glass house was damp. It smelt like fruit and warm water.
Tree. It's even bigger close up. Reminds me of the Tree of Knowledge on Iox. Yep. The air's warm. One would expect. Something among the leaves. Sextant. I guess it dates from at the latest, the early days of the Empire. There's some carved glyphs in the casing. a fractured piece of text. Os with. No, this doesn't feel right. Can add wins. Alright, verb. If I think this is make, this is live. With something with togetherness, or yeah. If this is supposed to be with, no, of, whatever. This is supposed to be something that has to do with molding or making, creation. Together sounds good. Look at it again later. Probably meant it's a terrible idea. I think this is from a totally different place than the statuette was that I found before. In fact, I don't think I've seen anything quite like the sextant before. Which means this comes from somewhere we haven't previously discovered. Still flowing after all this time. Hey, Superbrain, how's it going? I would have thought it would be clogged with moss and dirt. How are things going? Looks like it should open outwards, though. Give it a shove. Just hope my shoulder doesn't go straight through. It's because you push on the frame, not on the window. Found a way in. So I see. Thanks for waiting. I see you are still undamaged, mistress. Nothing there. Okay. So we're going to go in. Head to the opposite area. This is quite a collection, mistress. These plants must have once assembled. It's very beautiful. Seen this design before. Awesome game, cool subject. Yeah, I really got into this the first time that I played through, just like, you know, on Steam by myself a few years ago, and got through the whole thing. And I was kind of disappointed, only slightly, that you know I had to start all over again. But Kuya, Kula Yellow and I had been talking about earlier the fact that you know you're able to at least keep some of your progress as you get through. All right. Oh man. Something, something, and safe. Jewel. Dead. Not. Something with fire. Yeah, go with that one. Remain. Is that why it's going to be stay? Yeah. Alright. Stay warm and safe. Some sort of blessing anyway. So the sundial is a copy of the one on Iox. Oh no, quite the opposite. Yeah. Well, I also, this is my second independent playthrough. So this particular one is just like I started from the beginning. Stop fretting. So I went through and I said, I found the user data and I changed the name of the file, name of the folder, to include just a little note about whose it was, and then I was able to create separate profiles. Now, it doesn't help all that much. I could probably automate this, I'm sure. The others were just unlucky. Particularly number 4. I think there was something wrong with 4, to be honest. So anyway, yeah. I was able to change their folder name and then created profiles, essentially. So one for me, one for my... Six does definitely not trust Aaliyah, and quite frankly, I'm not sure that... I will hopper myself to the boat if I so much as teeter. I do not guarantee a return. That wasn't so bad, was it? Did not enjoy it, mistress. I found the risk most uncomfortable. No, stop complaining. Next time, just wait in the ship. I cannot.
Stone markers huddled together, whispering nasty things about me.
I think she might be hearing things. Shrines. Like the one behind the Hermitage where Remad died. So many of these markers. Is this some kind of graveyard? This might have once been inscribed. Alright, one sec. Alright. Resume. But it's been worn smooth. Alright, stone marker. This one's in better condition. still legibly carved. Come on. You know I want to be here. More words I've not seen before. Alright, sail safe of hold within? Yeah. Within you of, so of you is your. Made jewel. It's like gem something. Verb. Shiny. Surrender? Okay, so some of the other ones that we had earlier felt like stay. Even though this is win. No, no. Alright, so wind. That was a mistake. Winds. Thing. I think this is something like sky. It's a verb. Squiggly. Thing squiggly. Verb squiggly, thing squiggly. Yeah. This is always the interesting part. And I mean, I've played this before, but it's been a few years. So there are some things I remembered, like the parts of speech being at the front was a big help right at the beginning to just get a couple of these going. But verb in. Okay. Verb thing. Light. Sky. Thing something sky. It might not be sky. Alright. Alright. Let's hang on to sleep for now. See if that just doesn't make any sense later. No wonder this place feels so empty. The gardens here are quite remarkable, but the graves are surprisingly simple. No great tombs or mausoleums. This one isn't carved at all. But there's something inside the niche at the front. An ornamental wooden fragment from a boat's mast, dating from the early empire? Look at the carvings. Someone took time over this. Whoever made this didn't add an inscription onto it. this comes from the same side as the sextant we found here before. Waterfall. There's more water here than I've ever seen. Enough water for Elbereth 3 times over. If there was only another way, or a way to transport the water. There's nowhere for anything to grow. I know. It isn't fair. Stone marker. This one's worn smooth. There are niches in all these markers. They're empty. Looted or left that way? How about this one? Ah, the inscription on this one's readable. There's a few words in this one. It's a your up front. Within. Cool. Within can't be correct anymore. Okay. Thing. Live in. I mean, heart. Heart. In. No, wait a minute. Hang on. I have that. And of course I don't have a picture. So I'm pretty sure it's not heaven, because I would be able to just literally see it on... Oops. No, okay. There, yep, see, there we go. So that's going to be heaven there, so that's not going to be this at all. Heaven is of this thing. Sacred-ish. That's not sacred necessarily, because that's jewel. Alright. Anyway. This has been a... What symbol is that? That, I believe, is something that's made... Alright, we'll go with that. Your heart in garden, which doesn't really make any sense, but eh. These don't look safe. 6 is starting to get anxious. Oh, right. There we go. I was curious. What's that? This one's set apart from the others. And it's inscribed. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's a nice long one. This That's a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. Nice. River. Death. I. Sail. Dead. River. Of sleep. Sure it's correct. Good, good, good. Come on, come on. Oh. I think I'm fairly well convinced of that one too. Oops. Not that. River of sleep. Sounds like a gentle way of putting it. I finished my research as mistress. What were you looking for? I do not know, mistress. One of the markers seemed to intrigue me for a moment. Why? This one seems to be made of older stone than the others. The first gravestone to be placed here, perhaps. That was my opinion too, mistress. The stone is indeed different. Older and from a different source. And there's something up here. Hoop of metal. What if there was once one of these on top of the shrine we found near the ruined Hermitage of the Moon near Mercy? Heavy, but not perhaps as heavy as I had expected. What's so special about it? If you cannot see that, mistress, what kind of archaeologist are you? What are you talking about now? You humans have no eyes. You do not understand what you are holding. So, what is it? Delicate. Put it down. I'm not just going to leave it here. It's valuable and important, 6. And worth some further study. Look, there are symbols inscribed on the inside of the curve. With the blessings and the prey, this is probably speak. For silent. Is this some kind of recording device? I feel sure I've seen something like this before somewhere. Might be able to trace where it's from. By the waters, the air must be getting thinner. Yeah, I mean, that whole 20 feet really takes it out of you.
The wind was strong up here. It wanted to grab you by the waist and chuck you down the cliff.
Moon is so lush. The valley's going forever. I can see Elbereth, mistress, through the haze. I don't think this place was viewed. You don't think this place was built to view Elbereth? No, mistress. Elbereth is ferociously ugly. These two seem to be better in condition than those below. Stone wasn't worn so much up here, somewhat ironically. Zzz. Ow! What was that? Mistress, as you have discovered experimentally, the shrine is in fact powered. I don't know what I'm hoping for here. Evidently, it is quite powerless. Alright, so we're going to place the metal hoop up here. Have a conversation. The shrine is charged. And the hoop certainly fits. Insert the water goddess figurine. And as for you, you've come a long way to be here. Let's see if it was worth the trip for you, goddess. And then bless the rivers. Have I been asleep? It spoke with the voice of a child. Friend of yours, Six? Of course not, mistress. Oi. Can you hear me? Ugh. Yep. It's about time to end. I know you're there. You won't sneak up on me, even if it's dark. Do you recognize this place? I can't see you, it's so very dark. Why can't I see you? Don't be scared. Everything will be alright. I can't feel my legs. Yeah, that happens. The power is failing, mistress. You must ask what you want to ask. Tell me where you think you are. The orangery, of course. Where's Alpha? She screamed. The orangery. Above the withering palace, of course. What is the withering palace? Where is it? The Palace of Mechanicals. You would not understand. Have I been asleep? He gets offended a lot. Is there a way to get more? No, mistress. The remaining alignments in the plinth have stabilized. The potential is gone. Alright, well, let's just take the figurine. Maybe we'll be able to talk to her again. I'll be careful with you, I promise. Wonder what Huang would make of her. could take this thing back to Albereth and show Ori. She might be able to explain what it is. Touch the marker. Oh, nothing. Just a rock. The Withering Palace. Must be an Empire period site. I've never heard of it before. Come on, 6. Truly a most fortuitous find, mistress. Perhaps we should return to the ship now. No. Know of at least a couple more places I haven't explored. Shrine outside the Hermitage Mood near Mercy. It's just like these, I suppose. And just like these, it'll run out of power. That seems likely, mistress. Locked. Anyway, it doesn't look safe out that way. This whole place, 6. Must have once been filled with voices like hers. A head atop every shrine. All talking, arguing, laughing. This place was a haven, and now you could hear a pebble drop. More markings here. Got rest. And safe. Awesome. I don't think it's my place here. Rest here and be safe. This one's buried. Need a machete to find any inscriptions. Alright, fine. No, no. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh. Clickable. Oh, one of these? There's an old Eberothian story about a boy who gets washed into the rivers. He drowns, of course, then comes back as a fish. I've always said Elbereth is a terrible place, mistress. Did you see it? Hmm. Stone setting. Either someone was making preparations when this place was abandoned, or the shrine that stood there was removed. Real question is, the Withering Palace. If that recording was made there, who knows what else was being recorded? Who knows what they knew? Not sure I see it anymore. Or, I don't think I see it. Is it still there? Or was it the jumping? Hmm. Yep. Oh, Wellspring. Here we go. Wellspring must be up there somewhere. Where does all the water go? Into the nebula, mistress. Into the rivers. Everywhere. Alright. And that's why they built a graveyard here. The water carries the souls of the dead into the rivers. Alright. So, tonight, we've got... So I have a few streamer-type friends who are going tonight. Lynn Marley is somebody who likes playing Phasmophobia and several other Fall Guys and social type games. We've got Div the Devastator, who is almost exclusively doing Dead by Daylight lately. Vainglorious Gaming is doing Astroneer. Adriosa is doing the Halo Master Chief Edition. Aaron Stevie says, just chatting. I don't know if I believe her. At least not all night. And, yeah. That's it for tonight. So I think we're probably going to go right over to Vainglorious Gaming. Because Brandon's been coming on over this way occasionally, so figure we'll raid him back. Nope, that's not it. Right on. All right, so thank you very much for everybody for coming. Apologies for the being out of it here and there. Yeah, it's been a week. I'm sure for a lot of you, it's also been a week. Just started my classes this week, so just getting my footing on everything, and my kids have started their school, so they're all going nuts too. Had a lot of other stuff going on there. So, nice long weekend for them. Yep, no problem. Thank you very much for coming. I will be back on Wednesday. I will be back sooner than that, but I will be back Wednesday definitely for another math stream. I again skipped this last one just because it was the blackout night, so wanted to support that. Um, it was a little short notice for me too. Um, and I will be back at some point this weekend. I'm sure I'll do at least another one for something a little more active. So we'll see what I do there. We got to finish the jukebox in Control. I'm not sure about the next two levels of the jukebox, but certainly the first one I'm getting pretty close. So we'll see that. And then at some point I want to do um, Risk of Rain 2, and I might dual stream with somebody else who does it. So we'll see if that works. I do not have affiliate because I typically only have one to three people ish in each individual stream. And thank you for your help, by the way. We're at five tonight. So, um, pretty much like, for however long I'm going to be doing this before getting affiliate, I need more people on each individual stream. Um, so like it needs to average three. And I'll grant you, I'm one. All right, so I gotta get like two people per stream on average from outside to come in and hang out and stuff like that. So we'll see. Superbrain, they can be any sort of math topics. So I have been doing calculus, differential equations, all the way down through basic algebra. So if you have specific questions that you would like help on, feel free to stop in. Feel free to drop me a line at nsimplexpachinko@gmail.com, and I will attempt to remember to read my email and get back to you. If it's something that needs a quicker answer than next stream, then I can mess around with that and see if we can figure something out. There's also a homework help Discord channel that I have, or like two or three channels, I guess, that I'm a part of. Yeah, I got three. Um, so, you know, you can always pop over to one of them. There's several people who, like, if you need immediate help, and it's not necessarily you want me to describe it, um, then definitely take a look for them. They are. Yeah, yeah. No worries. Let's see. There's one that's just literally called Homework Help, um, and one called Vibe Plus Homework Help. Um, there's another Twitch streamer. His name is Soul Reaver 09. He is the guy who like kind of got me into all of these homework help discords, and um, yeah, he's a really good guy. I like his stuff. He's been trying to teach himself Calc. Pretty sure he's on Calc 2 at this point. And yeah, he does a good tutorial. I'd say that he's probably on par with like a TA or somebody like that who you'd be able to go to, you'd be able to get an explanation. Um, he really likes what I do, which because I'm actually a teacher, um, I try not to like give answers as much as possible. But I'm much more into like, let's talk about what you know about the subject, and I'm going to try to like lead you there, and you're going to follow all these conclusions kind of yourself. Um, and there have been certain topics that I have invented some new methods because I've been teaching for, God, 15 years or so. Um, so it's an interesting profession, and it's an interesting channel. Um, at least, if that's the kind of thing you're into. So, yeah, I forgot analytic geometry. I think we did like the basics of analytic geometry in Calc 2. So like the conic sections and showing that, the foci are at these locations and things like that. Um, but yeah, I haven't touched it in quite a long time. One of my bosses was saying, "I want you to really start a like honors seminar that has to do with analytic geometry." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I did that for like a month and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to do math history because that's much more interesting to me." She was like, "All right." Yeah, checking on the streams. Love the new looks. Yes. So I can't guarantee everything, but I will definitely be able to teach whatever you're coming at me with in terms of mathematics. That's like, you know, differential equations and below. So some of the other stuff, Soul Reaver has come in here into my stream and been like, "Hey, let me ask you a question on like this crazy thing." And we've had a couple of other guys who come in on a regular basis who talk about, same sort of thing. Like, "Hey, what's this advanced concept?" And I'm like, "It's been how many years since I did that? And maybe I'll be able to tell you." AG will be hand. Oh, yeah, 3D programming. Yep, 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 yep. So, 3D programming, especially not just analytic geometry, there's beyond that. There is a crazy subject. Let me just pop this up here. There is a crazy subject called tensor calculus, which I am trying to teach myself. Um, Here, this is Pavel Grinfeld's book on tensor calculus. Don't buy this. It's a wonderful book, but don't buy it unless you're actually going to do some crazy, like master's/slash doctorate level math. I am that far through, and I've owned this book for 6 months, maybe, maybe closer to 9. Oh, it is rough. So tensor calculus is kind of interesting. It's all about like not using any sort of coordinate system and then just saying, so what's true generally for like all all coordinate systems? What can you do with this sort of math? And so it's a very rigorous calculus class that, like I said, master's/slash doctorate level. It's really powerful stuff. The other one to look into might be rotors. So doing three-dimensional rotors. Um, and again, this is like probably above pay grade and all that, but doing three-dimensional rotors instead of quaternions in order to manipulate 3D objects and do like rotations and stuff like that. Um, if you're interested in rotors, there is a guy who does that one. That's Mark. Where is it? Mark from Miyagakure. Mark Ten Bosch. Marctenbosch. Let me put that in chat. Um, he's been working on a game for 10 plus years called Miyagakure. And it is a 4-dimensional puzzle platformer. So you basically are running around in typical 3-dimensional space, and then when you come across something that doesn't work, like you're stuck, then you can actually shift the landscape through a 4th dimension, and you start seeing like, you know, three-dimensional objects then change their shape into a whole bunch of stuff like that. So it's crazy. Um, Translation of axes. In Quaternions, maybe. Have you done Quaternions using four dimensions, IJK, and real? You end up needing four, um, what is that, a four-space vector in order to do um, three-dimensional rotations, stuff like that. So uh, Mark Tenbosch and many other people, mathematicians, have come up with the idea that you don't need to use quaternions. You can actually solve all of the same problems using rotors, and there are only three in three dimensions. So, I don't know a whole lot about it, but it has been very, it has made me curious, and I want to do it. I just don't know how. So, which is too bad. But well. All right, let me try again here. This is all right. So we're gonna hop over to Brandon's channel. Check out Vainglorious Gaming. He does Astroneer. Astroneer has been one of my more favorite games just a while back. It is super cartoony, but at the same time, you get to kind of like explore this gigantic world. Not as gigantic as it could be, I'm sure, but you get to explore kind of a big world and figure out what's going on, just generally speaking, in this little area. So, at any rate, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Um, if you want to, I don't know, you could say stuff in chat if you want. I will be around for a few minutes. But I'm going to raid over now, and thank you for coming. Already said it many times. This is Ensign Plex Pachenko. I am your host, Obi-Wan Pez. Thank you very much, and have a good night.